Okay, quick ideas on what to do now. So you got your spray bar. And of course I just glued up the flat end. And I still have me a nice hole on this end. See, that's that semicircle I'm talking about? Yeah, that means your pressure is increased. So the water doesn't have to fill this entire almost half-inch tube. So, here are the options. If you like 5/16 tubing, you can find yourself some, I believe that's like a 7/16 tube. It's from a Camel Pack. If you like 5/16, cut a piece of it off, stick it in there, and it'll fit really nice into here. Nice little tight little fit, little silicone, and 5/16 is nice because you can get a nice bend out of it before it kinks. So there you go. You have a pretty short brush. This is not the brush I'm using. This is just a sample brush I just happen to have right now. So if you were to put this on your brush, you pretty much cover your length. And that additional over here overhang, well, that's fine. That'll be behind the brush, so it won't be hitting on anything. Maybe a frame, but it's just how tight you want to make it. And of course, you can adjust the water flow, and if you pull it too hard and water flow looks like it's cut off, well, there you go. Just loosen it a bit. I want to do... Oh, also, this is that tubing I was talking about. The 7/16 with 5/16 inside. The same deal applies. You can easily take your 5/16 tubing and do the same thing. It'll push right in them both. I'm not going to do it because it sticks pretty tight. Then you can glue in silicone to get a nice tight seal. See, like that one, really nice. And they fit really nice. You got to work it. It's a tight fit. You hear that? Click, click. Yeah, that means it's tight. Same with this one. This is even tighter because it's thicker, so it's just a little bit bigger, but the same deal. Now like I said, I want to go 3/8. Yeah, they don't have a lot of fittings here. You only have a Sony assortment, so I have to figure out how to get things to work. So I am going to use this tubing, which the end is going to fit right in there. And I'm going to trim it down a little bit so this little black piece is smaller. But it'll fit in there like that. And I got one that had a little bit of threads. I think this is the 1/4 inch. Yeah, this would be the nylon hose 1/4 by 1/8 inch. So nylon hose barbed to MIP elbow, basically threaded. So you got your 1/4 inch threading. And see, it screws right in tight to this tubing. And of course I will trim it and it'll sit just about like that by the time I get it all pushed in. And of course here I just put my 3/8 hose on. And then a coupler or a valve, whatever I want to put there. So those are other ideas and options on how to do this. Now if you were to choose the other direction, cap this end totally, but you were maybe going to leave this piece on. Remember, that's the piece I just took off because I don't want it. And you're cutting it right about here. Well, this diameter and this diameter are slightly different because there's a slight taper, so you will have to use a larger tube. If I use the larger tubing, it fits in there really nice. Now, could I just do the tubing and bend it? Yeah, you can bend it to a certain degree. And of course, dunk it in hot water. I could do the same thing. I could stick this in here like that, get a nice tight fitting, and I could also bend it. However, the 3/8 does not fit too well in the 5/16, so I have to reduce it. So I will not go to the 5/16 and a 5/16 to 3/8 reducer to enlarge it. I'm just going to put an elbow on it. And by putting an elbow on it, that'll mean if I put it on a brush, let's say this size, put it all the way to the end, my elbow is going to come right here, so it'll just be flush with the brush. However, it really won't matter if I put it on the old sample big blue brush, the flock brush. This will fit perfectly tucked up inside of this brush. I mean, as you see, it's a pretty big flock brush, but it'll fit great on the inside. And of course, if you look where the hole is, your elbow will be going down here, which means you just have to drill a hole approximately right here. Or in this case, it's upside down. We'll go like that, so it'll be, depending how you put it on, your hole for your center will be somewhere right here near the flow. Right over there is where your elbow is going to be. And this is what, a 10-inch brush? So yeah, 9-inch block with bristles 12 inches. So this will fit perfectly in the inside of a long bristle flock brush. For inside of other brushes, typical water-fed brushes, that is why you put the rinse tube, the tubing itself, which this tubing will make great tubing because it's so thick-walled. You won't have distortion when you make your holes. Just remember, if you drill a nice hole in this type vinyl and rubber, the hole will be smaller when you pull the drill bit out. So you have to use a warm, hot pin or nail to ensure your hole is properly formed to the right diameter. And of course, you can wrap around, or you can just drill a hole through your brush, add these, and push them on through the hole. So then you only need a spray bar so long. So those are just some hints. Hope it helps. Play with it, practice it, do it on your own. I'm going to finish this up here in about 5 minutes, set the glue, and then I'm going to put it on a brush and play with it today. All right, have fun.